Well, hey there, everyone. It's Anthony here on Single and Placing. Hi, I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, holiday season. Welcome to my Christmas or holiday premiere, Crafting for the Holidays video. I'm so excited to be able to participate in this year's premiere series again. This is awesome. This is the third year, I believe, that I've done this, so this is pretty exciting. And thank you so much for Crafts with Crashly for asking me to participate again this year. So this year, I am doing kind of a little whip and chat-ish kind of thing. I have these diamond art acrylic edition by Leisure Arts holiday ornaments that I have been asked by a coworker to do for her. So it's kind of like a commissioned thing. She was like, I really want these ornaments. Can you do them for me and bring them back into the office? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And this might be an excellent opportunity to do my holiday video while I work on some holiday themed little ornaments. So I've never done little mini projects like this before, so I have no idea what this is going to look like inside or how it's going to work up, but I have my tools with me to do this. So let's quickly talk about that. First major tool is my holiday latte that I figured I'd order and sip on for this special video. This is a chestnut praline latte, so I have that. And then I tried to do like a little holiday tablecloth and like my little garland and stuff, but we have that. Then I'm using my Mooney Made tray here. This is a large Mooney Made tray with lid and stopper, so I have that. I'm using my pen from DP Pen Pal, so this is one of their roll stop pens, so I have that. I'm also going to be using some putty in my multi and single placer, and I'm using Mrs. Claus's Kitchen from Mary Mud, so I'll be using that. Let's see if it still has a smell. I mean, I've had this for a long time, this Mary Mud. So let's see what we've got in here. Ooh, it still smells good. Yeah, it smells kind of like cookies, a little bit of spice, a little bit of Apollo hair stuck in there, which is just fine. So I have all that. I also need to grab some scissors and my funnel. So I've got my scissors and my funnel. So let's crack into this and see what this looks like. I'm also going to start a timer just to make sure I'm not running over as far as time goes. So let's make sure we've got that. Okay, great. So we've got our timer going. It looks like we have some tape on this side. So yeah, I told her, it's like, sure, I'll be happy to get these done for you and bring them back. And it's like, are you using them as gifts for your own tree? And she's like, well, I haven't decided yet. It's like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and, if they need to be, I'll go ahead and seal them. So that way, if you're putting, if they're getting jostled around and stuff, you don't have to worry about that. So, okay, so we've got our package here. Inside, we have a toolkit. This looks like it's gonna come with some storage baggies, a diamond painting tray, a piece of wax, a diamond painting pen with comfort grip, a single placer, and then what looks to maybe be like a 3-placer. So I'm not using any of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside. Then we have our drill pack. It looks like we're working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors, 1 metallic and 1 AB. So they don't do them by individual ornaments, so you're not getting individual sets for each ornament. They're all together. So I'm okay with that. I think what I'm gonna do is do them 1 color at a time on all of the, I don't know, should I kit them up? I was hoping to not have to kit them up. We'll see, let's keep going. Let's keep going and see what I end up wanting to do. I was thinking I would just do them 1 color at a time for all 6 of them, and then just knock each color out, but here's our colors here. We've got 225, 310, 414, 666, 702, 792, AB 5200, and then a gold metallic. So there's all of our drills. So I'm gonna put those here underneath you for now. Then we have our instructions for how to diamond paint. I know how to diamond paint, so I don't need to read through this. Let's set that aside. And then we have our 6 ties for the ornaments. I probably won't tie them. I'm gonna let my coworker tie them because she might want to do certain heights or lengths. So I'm just gonna put them back in the box for her. But here's the main event. And these are the actual ornaments. Oh, you diamond paint on either side. Okay, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get all of these done during this premiere video, this holiday video, but we'll get as far as we can on them. But there's all 6 of our little nutcrackers, and they're double-sided. So yeah, I think the best way to do this is going to be to do them one side at a time and do it all. That way I'm not getting stuck on the adhesive. There's a thin piece of plastic covering them, and then you have your adhesive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to get 8 Mooney Made trays down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the one I have. So I'm gonna grab 8 Mooney Made trays, so here's 7 more, and each one will be its own color, and that's how I will work on this. That way I don't have to kit these up, because I'm gonna get them all done today, so I don't need to store my drills anywhere. I'll just need to remember which color's which, but they're pretty clear differences in color. And then, yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go with, we'll just work our way across. So we'll do this one first. Hopefully you can see that in frame there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well and having a good holiday so far. It's a little early at the time of filming this because we want to get these all scheduled and up and ready to go. But I'll talk a little bit about my holiday plans. We'll see what we have as far as timing goes. I'll talk a little bit about some of my favorite projects that I've done throughout the year, just kind of a little recap on some projects that I've done throughout the year. And then if we still have time, I have some holiday themed kind of party questions or icebreaker questions that I was going to answer, but we'll see if we have time for that. I'm just going ahead and loading up my single and multi-placer here. And then it looks like our first color we're going to be working with is 310. So let's get started. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Spending time crafting or doing whatever it is you do around this time of year. For me, it's pretty family focused for the holidays. I spend Christmas with either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day with my mom and my brothers, and usually some aunts and uncles will pop in and out or come over for the day. It's usually at my mom's house. So we do that, and we usually do some sort of lunch or brunch or something like that. Some years it's a full Christmas meal with like ham and sides and everybody brings something. Other years we've just done like tamales or menudo, or I think one year my mom did Olive Garden catered. So it really just depends on everyone's mood and how they're feeling. But yeah, we try to do a little something each year. So yeah. This is really interesting, diamond painting on plastic. The adhesive seems to be really good. I'm curious how it'll look being multi-placed. Let's find out. Kind of have to hold it steady because it likes to slide. But yeah, it's weird diamond painting on something that isn't a canvas. But it'll work, it'll work. So yeah, just doing some family stuff. And then my friends, my friend group, they are almost all of them are from out of town in terms of they relocated to Colorado from somewhere else. I think all of my friends are from somewhere else in the country. Not a lot of native Coloradoans in my friend group. So I'm kind of the rarity that I go to see family locally here in town. Now, some of them do have family that also relocated here to the Denver or Colorado area, so they will spend some time with family here in town. But for the most part, they're either traveling home for the holidays, or their family comes here. So they'll be doing some family stuff during the Christmas holiday, but we almost always have some sort of Friendsmas party or Friendsmas get together around Christmas for the folks that didn't go home for the holidays and are here. So it's usually at this house, which I moved into in February. My buddies have lived in this house for quite some time, so we almost always have it here, but this will be the first year where I actually live here and we're doing it here. So we're gonna be doing some sort of Christmas get together here at the house. Whoops. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I'll most likely either do my family stuff and then come here and celebrate, or they'll be on different days. We'll see. But yeah. This actually isn't too terrible to multi-place on. There's obviously no guidelines or anything because the symbols are underneath the plastic. So there's actually, you're not diamond painting right on top of the symbol, you're just kind of diamond painting above it through the plastic and the adhesive. So it's an interesting project. I've never done anything like this before. Seems to be working up okay. So yeah, make sure to let me know. I will be in the chat for this premiere video, so you can let me know how things are going for you. I'll make sure to say hi, all that good stuff. But yeah, let me know how things are going for you and if you have any plans. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave these trays open like this, and I'm just putting one of the empty bags of 310 in there so I know that that's the 310. And I'm just gonna set them off to the side on my table so I can interchange. So next up we have, I'm gonna put the lids here. We're working with G, and G is gonna be that 5200 AB. Okie dokie. I think this is the first time also that I'm kitting up a project as I'm completing it. This also feels very strange. Oh man. But yeah, I was happy that she asked me to do it. I was like, oh, I'm being commissioned to do a diamond painting project. This is cool. So yeah, let's put that G there. Oops. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do, unfortunately, is because the glue on these is not super duper sticky, the adhesive isn't super sticky, but my putty is pretty strong, is with ABs, it gets harder to place ABs with the putty because it really likes to grab onto that AB coating. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, instead of doing that, okay, so what I'm gonna try is I'm gonna see if the putty from Diamond Art Club is a little less tacky than my Mary Mud. And usually when I'm working on a normal canvas, Mary Mud works just fine in my single placer, even with ABs. But because this adhesive on these ornaments is not the stickiest, I'm gonna have to change up my strategy here, because the putty does not want to let go of the drill with this not super sticky adhesive. So even my Diamond Art Club putty is not doing the best, but I don't have any wax because I don't save it. So I may have to just single place these with the Diamond Art Club putty. It's working okay on my single placer, so I might just have to single place the ABs, but that's okay. So yeah, I wanted to kind of just take take a quick peek, a little look back at some of my finished projects, just to kind of think back on my fun projects that I did throughout the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my diamond painting logbook, my little journal, so we can just take a quick peek at as many as we can get through. Let me grab that as well. Here it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through and look at all my 2024 finishes. So far I have completed, it looks like 12. Is that right? I think there might be one that's not in here. Yeah, I've had 13 finishes. So we'll get through as many as we can. I'm just gonna kind of reflect on some of them. The first kit that I finished, and if Editing Anthony can remember to put the finish photos in the video, it might just be screenshots from my YouTube channel. I don't know how I'll do it because some of these I gave away as gifts, but I'll figure out a way to either show you my finished version or the image just from the shop site, however we want to do that. So yeah, first finish that I had was from Jaded Gem Shop, and it's called Beyond Good and Evil, and it is a custom mystery canvas that I did from Jade. And yeah, it was the first mystery kit I think that she produced, which was really cool. These ABs are giving me a hard time. Let me stab my clothing to try to get some lint on the putty. But yeah, these are not wanting to stay stuck to these ornaments. So yeah, it's called Beyond Good and Evil. It's a custom mystery kit. And it was the first mystery kit that Jaded Gem Shop ever produced, so that was kind of cool. I got that, I believe, back in 2022, and then I started it, I don't know when, and I don't know when I finished it. I finished it at the very beginning of 2024. It was a 70 by 90 centimeter square drill canvas. It had 51 colors, and it was really cool because I was able to connect with Hannah over at Iterations Crafts and do an individual licensing for that piece and then send it over to Jade to be done as a custom. But I was like, is there any way that you can do it as a mystery kit? And she was like, yeah, let me see if I can. And she got back to me and she's like, yep, the manufacturer says I can do it. And I might start doing mystery kits just in general. And I'm like, oh, cool. You'll have to let me know. And so, yeah, she started doing mystery kits after that. Oh, these poor drills are just not wanting to stay on these things. I thought I was going to be able to blitz through these in like 5 minutes a piece, but the drills do not want to stay on this, do not want to stick to it using putties. Okay, that's a little bit better. What I did is I kind of half filled the single placer with putty, and that seems to be working. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was really excited to get that mystery kit done. It was a lot of fun. It is now hanging in my office at work, and it's kind of like my kind of favorite piece, I guess, that's hung in the office because it's from an artist that I have a personal connection with, and it was the first Jaded Gem Shop mystery kit, so yeah. All right, next up we have Sitara by Micah Jelena and Diamond Art Club. I did this for the Micathon event, I believe. The Micathon event, and it was a blast. So that one was a 61 by 41 centimeter round drill canvas, 19 colors and 2 ABs, and then I added a bunch of my own enhancements to it. I started that on January 9th of 2024, and I finished it on January 16th. So it only took me a a week to get that one done. And that was a lot of fun. I add all those extra enhancements I thought really made it look extra cool. And that's another one that's at the office right now. But yeah, that one was really fun. Okay, let's get some more of these put on here. You'll have to let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this after the premiere, what project you're currently working on, be it a diamond painting or some other craft or nothing at all right now. That's totally fine. Yeah, let me know what you're working on. I hope my coworker likes how these end up churning out. Like I said, I've never done a little like mini project like this before, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see if she likes it. I know that they said that these are acrylic drills, which I don't have a problem with. They don't seem to have very much trash just from first blush, so that's kind of nice. But I am definitely going to seal these because the adhesive is not super hot on these. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and add some more putty into this. Okay. So yeah, Satara by Micah Jelena. That one was a lot of fun. It's hard to remember all of them, especially with the projects that only take me like a week to complete. I'm like, oh, I forgot I even did that. Meanwhile, I'm sitting with like current projects, my current whips right now, and I'm like, I've been working on this for months. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of a little excess here. All right. So yeah, that was my second one for the year. Next up was my mystery kit variety from IvyDolore and Diamond Art Club. This was a 51 by 79 centimeter square drill canvas with 52 colors and 3 ABs. I didn't add any of my own enhancements to it. I just did it straight up. I'll include a finished picture of it, but just be aware, spoilers, this is a mystery kit, so if it's still in your stash and you didn't want to be spoiled by what the IvyDolore mystery kit was, then please look away in 3, 2, 1. I'll put it up on the screen, there it is. Okay, I'll take it away now, and 3, 2, 1, and you're back. So yeah, that one was one of my rainy day, I'll do this when I need a pick-me-up kind of kit. I started this on February 9th and I finished it on February 27th. That's probably my favorite Diamond Art Club kit ever, and my favorite IvyDolore that they've ever released. It's so super cool. I ended up getting that on a D stash because it was released shortly before I started diamond painting, or it was released shortly after I started diamond painting, but I didn't know anything about limited editions or mystery kits from Diamond Art Club. So when I finally saw a YouTube video where someone unboxed it, I was like, I must have that kit. And then I went to the site and I'm like, sold out, limited edition, what? And so that was my first kit that I bought off of a D stash. The only other kit I purchased off of a D stash is a Yume art kit, and it was called, oh no, it was the Tiger in the Water kit. I got that on a D stash as well. I forget the title of that, but yeah, that was another one that I was like, I have to have this. It's sold out or it's discontinued. I need to have this kit. So now I know when anything that is a IvyDolore or Yume Art, they're my two favorite artists on Diamond Art Club, I just get it if I like it, because who knows, it might go out of stock or go onto discontinued. So I really just snag them. I gotta snag them. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun. No added enhancements to it. Then oh, I skipped one. Okay, so we'll go back. Prior to that, I finished Borealis by Jaded Gem Shop and Henry Clive. I don't have a start and end date on that one, unfortunately, but that was my third finish before I finished the mystery kit. That was a lot of fun too. That's a round drill canvas, and it was an 80 by 90 centimeter. Beautiful, beautiful colors in it. A lot of fun to work on. And I look forward to doing some more Henry Clives in the future. So we just finished that AB. So now we're gonna move, oops, those are black drills as well. Whoopsie. So yeah, lots of really cool colors in it. I added just some ABs and crystals to the subject's lips, but other than that, there were no added enhancements to that project. I guess I can multi-place these. There we go. But yeah, Borealis is hanging in my house. It is at the bottom of the staircase, so it's the first thing you see when you get to the bottom of the stairs. But yeah. I also want to avoid, usually I wouldn't care, but I'm going to try to avoid getting Apollo hair stuck in this because it is something I'm being asked to do as opposed to just my own. So I'm going to try to keep the Apollo hair at bay. But okay, so there's that. All right, so we talked a little bit about the mystery kit from IvyDolore. That's hanging in my room. I'm looking at it right now. It's right next to me. Love that one. Next up, as far as colors go, some of these trays need to be cleaned out. Where am I putting my stoppers? Oh, next color is F, and F is 792. Put that here. Okie dokie. They're kind of in a straight line so I can multi-place, but there's like a little bit of a curvature to them. So we'll see how well this goes. This is fun. I've never done a little special project like this. This is fun. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas on this multi-placing. 5. Sorry, we'll get back to it. I just want to make a little bit of progress here. I'm so bad. This is why I used to do whip and chat, so maybe I just need to get used to it again. But I'm so bad recently about chatting while diamond painting. It's tough for me. Okay, so once that mystery kit was finished, I finished Astronomer, and that was by Miles Pinckney, and it's a Diamond Art Club kit. I did that kit for Mia's Wizards event, which is happening again in 2025. So if you're not familiar, head over to Mia's Life with KFS to learn a little bit more about it. But it is an event that ran and will be running from January 1st to February, whatever the last day of February is. So it's a 2-month event and it's focused on all things wizards. So I did Astronomer from Miles Pinckney. I believe this year in 2024, everyone was doing Astronomer by Miles Pinckney, and now this upcoming year in 2025, it's any wizard kit from Diamond Art Club. So she's kind of opened it up to some more styles of artwork. So I started that on January 1st, 2024, and I finished it on March 19th, 2024. So I ran 2 weeks later than the end of the event, but it was a massive kit. It is 105 by 70 centimeters square drills. It has, I don't know how many colors, I didn't record that. I guess that's not a trash drill, we'll keep it. But but it had a lot of colors, and I did a fair amount of enhancements on that. So it was a long-term project for me, but I was so happy to support Mia in her event, and I'll be doing it again in 2025. I'm working on Wizard's Spell by Sam Sundrum. It's another big old massive project with a ton of colors, and I added about 17 or 18 enhancements to it. So, but that one's definitely has more bright colors. So I'm curious to see how it'll work up. I gave Astronomer to my old roommate. When I started working on that kit, he was like, out of all the diamond paintings that you've done, that you've been working on, this is the coolest by far. And I was like, well, guess what, buddy? You can have it when I'm done. So I gave it to him, and I'll be giving him Wizard's Spell as well. So I'll have a second one. So every year that Mia does the Wizards event, my old roommate, he's one of my closest friends as well. He'll be getting a new diamond painting to add to his collection. Whoops, got a straggler. Okay, how are we looking, by the way? I wanted to get a view so you could see all the goodies and stuff, but would you be happier if I just popped in a little bit so you can see a little bit more of what I'm working on? How's that? And then we'll put our other friends here. So I just gotta keep it kind of there. Okay, I can do that. Maybe just give you a little bit of a closer shot. Okay, next up we're doing A. Just checking for time. Oh my gosh, we're already halfway done. I've got to at least finish one side of one. And that is 225. So this is our skin tone. All right. So yeah, that was Astronomer by Miles Pinckney, my 5th finish of the year. Next up, we have Gizmonda from Jaded Gem Shop, and the artist is Alphonse Mucha. That is a special edition canvas that I did as part of a collaboration release with Jaded Gem Shop for the Jaded Jamboree, which I co-hosted with Jade over at Jaded Gem Shop in May. Is that April and May? I think so. So we did that event first year, and part of it was I selected 5 images, pieces of artwork, old masters, and Jade selected 5, and they were part of a special edition release for the event. So this particular one was one of my picks, and it was really cool because the border on the canvas was blue instead of jade for my kind of channel color, and then it said single and placing on it with Jaded Gem Shop. So it was just really cool to have my own channel logo like on a canvas, and I will constantly be thanking Jade for doing the work on that. So Gizmonda was one of the kits that I had selected, so of course I started on it right away. I started on that on April 1st and I finished it on May 3rd. I was able to get that kit done, which was a 60 by 180 centimeter round drill canvas. Got it done in a month. I have no idea how I got it done that fast. I don't even remember it being something that I was like stressing about working on. I just was able to zone out and get it done. And now I'm working on another one of Mucha's panels from Sarah Bernhardt. It's called Medi, and I've been working on that thing for like almost 3 months now, 2.5, 3 months, and I'm still not done. So I don't know what my attitude was back earlier in the year, but I was ready and raring to finish it. So yeah, it was a 60 by 180 centimeter round drill canvas with 60 colors, and that was Gizmonda by Jaded Gem Shop and Alphonse Mucha. Okay, we're moving on to our next color here, which is H, and H is going to be our metallics. There we go. Just put that here for now. So yeah, that was finish number 6 for 2024. That can be trash. Okay. All right. Ooh, these are pretty. I feel like these are gonna distract from the rest of the diamonds because they're so bright. We'll see how this ends up looking. Okay. I told my coworker, I was like, oh, I'll get these done and back to you on Monday. I'll get them done over the weekend. And now I'm seeing just how wrong I might be, because if we only get one side of one done in an hour, then that means this is a total of 12 hours of work. Hopefully when I'm not talking, they'll go faster, but it's a little bit harder because they're not in a straight line, you know? It's not just all color blocking and multi-placing that I can do. Some of them are like curved or off center from the ones next to them, so you kind of have to single place the majority of it. But that's okay. It'll be worth it. She's super, super sweet, and I was like, of course I'll do this for you. So yeah. Okay, so my 7th finish of 2024 was Summer by Diamond Painting Shop in Alphonse Mucha. This was another Mucha panel. This was 50 by 120 centimeters. It was a round drill canvas with 57 colors. I forget the AB count on there, but there was, I want to say like 4 ABs approximately on that one. Really, really beautiful canvas. I love the quality of Diamond Painting Shop's product, so it made it easy to work on for sure. But yeah, I had a blast working on that one, working on multiple Muchas at one time. I started that on January 26th and I finished it on May 23rd. So that was definitely a slow going project because I kept letting other whips get in the way and become the priority. And then I'd come back to that one and work on it for a little bit and then go back to another project. But I finally got it done. Gizmonda, just to let you know where it's hanging up, going back one, Gizmonda is hanging up in our dining room, and Summer is hanging in the hallway leading to the other bedrooms in the house in the bathroom, and it's just behind me. I just turned around and looked at her, and she is beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, 50 by 120 centimeters, if I didn't say that. So smaller than Gizmonda. And Diamond Painting Shop carries all of the panels from one of the seasons series from Mucha. So I've finished winter and summer, and then I'll be ordering probably here soon. I'll be ordering spring and autumn, so I can complete that season's collection. So yeah, that is Summer by Diamond Painting Shop in Alphonse Mucha, my 7th finish for the year. We're gonna move into D, which is this red color here. So it looks like this one doesn't have the gray DMC in it. Okay, so there's our red drills. I'm gonna save that. All right, moving on, we have Muted Sound by Yume Art. I did not record any information for this kit. No start, end date, no start date, no end date, no color count, nothing. I have not been doing very well in keeping up with my little logbook or my tracker, my electronic tracker that I have online. When I did my stash video recently at the time of filming this, I just started trying to clean that up. So this year has been not so focused on like the tracking of everything. I just will grab a kit, plunk it down, turn on an audiobook or a podcast or some YouTube content and just get started without even thinking of like, I need to record this. I'm just like, nah, whatever, I'm gonna start on it right now. That's just happening. So I'm gonna try to be better about it. But I did this kit for my brother. He's a DJ and I really wanted him to have this piece. so he can hang it up in his studio or do whatever he wants with it. So I did start this in, I believe, June, and then I finished it in June because I gave it to him on my birthday. We went to Casa Bonita for my birthday with my mom and my brothers, and I gave it to him on that day. So I know I finished it, I think like June 20th, maybe June 21st. My birthday is the 22nd, so I definitely finished it before my birthday. So I think I started it in like early June and I finished it within a couple of weeks. So that one went really fast. It's a round drill canvas, 50.7 by 65.8 centimeters. And I added some enhancement drills to it, some glow in the darks and some other stuff. There's finish and reviews for all of these. And like I said, I'll try to take a screenshot of my finish and review and pop it in here so you can see them all. But yeah, that's Muted Sound by Yume Art and Diamond Art Club. That one was a lot of fun to do too. All right, just checking our time here. Our 9th finish for the year was, placing some drills, was Lotus Koi Fish by Ranjitha Anoop. This is a round drill canvas from Diamond Art Club, 46 by 64 centimeters. I didn't record a color count or anything like this like that again, and no start and end date, unfortunately, but another one I believe I started in June. I did this project as a comparison project. I wanted to show what the kit would look like straight up, and then what it would look like with some enhancements. So I did it twice this year. I actually did this kit twice. So this was the first one that I did, and this one was without any enhancements, and I liked them both. I actually preferred the original after all was said and done. I think it was definitely, and this was the intention. It was supposed to be kind of a learning experience for me in how to select enhancement drills and when too much is too much, you know? And so if I had to do it again, I'd probably either, rather than picking some sparklers, I'd pick like crystal drills that were an exact DMC match rather than the sparklers, which can sometimes have like color, you know, they're not the exact DMC match. So that's probably what I would do next time, or just reduce the amount of drills that I decide to enhance, or number of colors that I decide to enhance. But other than that, I had a good time working on it, and it's definitely a lot of fun. But this was the first one that I did. That was my 9th finish. Yeah, 46 by 64 centimeters round. All right, then moving on. I can't believe we're already into summer. I feel like I definitely did not complete as many diamond paintings this year as I did last year, but we're really cranking through them. My 10th finish for the year was Inspiration Peak by Eau Claire Studio and Diamond Art Club. This was a round drill canvas, 50.7 by 104 centimeters. No color count, I don't remember, and I don't have a start or end date, but I believe I started this in August, I want to say, and I finished it either in August or early September. I had a little spat of some kits that ended up not being ideal in terms of like rendering and quality for me over the summer. So I was kind of in a little bit of a diamond painting slump there towards mid to late summer, or I guess mid-summer. And so I was kind of a little burnt out, a little bummed out about diamond painting, and the fact that I had spent a lot of time on some projects that just, or one project in particular, but that didn't work out. And then I started another one, it didn't work out again. So I was like, oh man. So I was just kind of bummed. I was like, I need a kit in my life that I know I'm going to be fine with the quality. So a Jaded Gem shop or a Diamond Art Club or a diamond painting shop or something like that. I want it to have some bright, you know, relatively bright, fun colors, and I want it to be just kind of just a different canvas. You know, let me step out of my old masters love, which I was in the mood to change it up. I will do old masters till the day I die, but I was just in the mood to change it up. So that kit really jumped out to me in my stash, and I loved it. It really brought me out of my little funk I was in and made me excited to diamond paint again. So I love that kit. It's my favorite finish of the year for that reason. Just emotionally, it was very helpful. And that's hanging in the living room. So yeah, that's Inspiration Peak. Next up, we have Lotus Koi Fish by Ranjitha and Noop and Diamond Art Club again. Like I said, I finished that kit twice this year. And that was the enhanced version. Like I said, at the end of the day, I preferred the original because the enhancement, I picked too many enhancements, I think. And some of the colors that I picked they churned what was a bright poppy color to more of like a pastel or a soft tone. So I would either just get crystals that are the exact DMC match or spend some more time doing some color matching rather than just saying, oh, this is pink and this is pink, but there's a difference between like a nice bright poppy pink and like a soft rosy pink, you know? So do a little bit more to try to make sure they're more exact color matches and just tone down the number of enhancement swaps that I do on a kit like that. I like them both. They were still both really pretty. And in fact, I kept one of them and it is in my office at work. I kept one and then I was gonna throw the enhanced one away because I was like, well, I don't need two of these. And my roommate's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm gonna throw that in the trash because I had it kind of rolled up sitting next to the trash to go out. And he was like, no, you're not. I'm gonna take that. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's hanging in his room now. So I did find someone that was really happy with it. So there's the red. That's done. So now we've just got one last color on this side, and that's the green. Da-da-da. Okay, and that's 702. So yeah, that was Lotus Koi Fish Part 2. So yeah. All right, moving on. We have A Question of Reality by Christopher Lavelle and Diamond Art Club. This was a 70 by 99 centimeter square drill canvas. I did not record color count, start or end date. I started this in August for my Question of Reality event, and I finished it in late September. The event was during the month of September, and the event was focusing all about A Question of Reality by Christopher Lavelle. I did a little mini dive into Christopher Lavelle as an artist. I talked about some of the themes that are represented within this diamond painting or within that artwork. And then I did a finish and review. And then I did like a little personal story time. So every week I was doing like a different themed video for this paint along, and it was awesome. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do something like it again next year, at least one, focusing on like one particular piece of artwork. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. It allowed me to get weird with some of my videos and explore just some different themes and kind of get creative in a different way. So it really just made me realize, like, I love doing these little paint along mini events with some weird artwork, and I can get weird with it, you know? So yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I would do it again if someone begged me to do it for them for like a gift. I would potentially do that project again, but it definitely was a labor of love. Very detailed, but I loved it. Okay, so this side is done. This side is done. So I need to seal all of these for my coworker. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side on all 6 of them, seal them tonight, get them sealed, let that cure, and then I will flip them and do the other side and cure it again. I think that's what I'll have to do. Because if I try to seal them, when I've done both sides, then I won't be able to flip them over. You know what I mean? I guess I could diamond paint both sides, seal one side, flip it, seal it again. Maybe that's what I'll do rather than ceiling and then coming back. The other thing I'm noticing is I've really got to pay attention to my placement, because when I'm looking at them at an angle, it looks like they're centered, but then when I'm looking at them dead on, some of them are a little off center. So I'm gonna have to change how I'm looking at these and get them closer to right underneath my eyeballs, so I'm not placing them off-centered. Okay, learning some lessons with these. Yeah, I'm literally gonna have it like right underneath my eyeballs, because if they're at an angle like this, then they're off-centered a little bit. Not terrible, but I'm gonna get nitpicky because these are a gift, or actually, you know, being asked to do them for a coworker. She bought everything, I'm just working on them. So, okay, so that's where we're gonna stop. I'm gonna quickly go over my last canvas, which is a portrait of Mrs. Allen Bott by Distracted by Diamonds. I don't have sizing, I don't have color counts, I don't have a start and end date. I started it in September, I believe, September or October. No, it must have been September. And that, because I was struggling a little bit with some Distracted by Diamonds canvases earlier in the summer, I was like, I must have a win. I have to have a win from Distracted by Diamonds, because it is a shop that I really love. So I started working on that one, and I ended up loving the finished effect. I did so many sparklers and glass drills on that kit. It made it so heavy, but I pretty much encrusted her entire dress in sparklers and stuff. And once again, I'll throw up images throughout this so you can see. But I had a blast working on it. It brought me back around. You know, Distracted by Diamonds is still a shop that I'm happy to shop from. I actually recently repurchased a kit from Distracted by Diamonds that I had destashed. It's called Blue Monkey by Caroline Smith. Just so happened to be on a deep discount the other day, and so I snagged it because I really wanted that kit. But when I was doing my destash, someone said, "Anthony, are you gonna destash Blue Monkey?" And I had made a promise to myself when I did my destash in 2023, right? Yeah. I said, if somebody asks me for a kit that I was not planning on destashing, I'll only do it once, but the first and only person to ask me, are you destashing this kit, I will say yes to, no matter what the kit is. I'll make one exception. I'll let go of something I wanted to keep. And someone had asked me for Blue Monkey, and I was like, okay, you can have it. So I destashed it, but now it's back on sale for like a crazy hot deal. I think it was like $12. So I'm getting it back, and that way I will finally I will have that and be happy to work on it. So okay, so we're coming up on just under an hour. Hold on. We're coming up on just under an hour here. And so I have to keep it to a tight hour between my intro and outros, which will add about 30 to 45 seconds. I do want to take just the last couple minutes to thank everyone for another fantastic year of diamond painting and crafting. I've had so much fun creating videos and just connecting with you all. Hopefully my videos keep you company, keep you engaged or distracted or whatever you need from them. I'm hoping it's doing that thing. I really do appreciate everyone being here. It's always awesome to connect with everyone through my comments, or when I occasionally do a live stream, that type of thing. It's always such a blast. I have so much fun. And I just love diamond painting, and I love doing this craft and having a channel based on crafting and just my life stuff and all of that. So if you're new to the channel and seeing this premiere, or seeing my channel for the first time because of these Christmas premieres, we do lots of vlogs, outdoor walks with my dog Apollo, hiking, different activities. We've gone to amusement parks together. We've done skiing and cross country. We've done so many different things. And so if you just like kind of a lifestyle channel that talks a lot about diamond painting and my progress on projects and my stash and my whips and all of that, then and just goings on here in Golden, Colorado, then I encourage you to subscribe and follow along. My hope for 2025 is to be able to do some more shop spotlights, some more artist spotlights, participate in some events, either co-hosting or hosting or just participating in them, and you know, taking you along with me as we explore Colorado and other parts of the world and just have a good time. So if this is something that might spark your interest, I encourage you to subscribe and set that little notification bell so you know when new videos come along. But I suppose I'll leave it at that. I do have, once I've edited this, if I still need to fill a couple more minutes, I just don't want to go over. I'm okay with going a little under. I do have some clips of me spending a few minutes shopping for some poinsettias, and then I might have some photos of just Apollo throughout 2024 to kind of wrap this up. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Make sure to stick around for the next creator in the playlist, and make sure to show them some love as well. Otherwise, happy 2024, happy placing, and we'll see you next time. Bye, bye. Bye. Alright, so here we are in the poinsettia array. I'm seeing some really cool colors. Like, I really like how vibrant these colors are. I was hoping for the price to get something a little bit more bushy and fuller, or something like this at a little bit less of a price. You can see there we're looking at $44.99 to $54.99. I don't necessarily know if I was walking in here thinking I wanted to spend $120 on 2 poinsettia plants. So I may keep searching, keep hunting for maybe a hot deal. But we'll see. I might keep looking at a couple different stores, but I did want to show you these. They are beautiful, and they have some really interesting varieties. Like, I love that one. So who knows? I may end up coming back here and snagging them, but I'm going to continue the hunt. So let's keep hunting.